Hey, welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. Today we're going to go over this. This was recommended to me by the one and only Toy Galaxy Dan Larson, Secret Galaxy, whatever he's calling himself this month. I kid. This is the Fortnite Blackheart. I collect skeleton boys much like he does, and he recommended this as one to get. And I put it on my Amazon wish list for like 2 months, and then it popped up for like 10 bucks. So why not? Let's take a look at Blackheart. He came with these guys also. I don't remember ever seeing Cyclo. That's pretty awesome. I don't remember ever seeing that. I don't remember seeing any of these. This is Jazzwares, so these ones were just in and out, I feel. Well, for some reason this one stuck around, so I bought it. I bought the pirate. Kind of wish that he looked a little more like he does on the back. One of the skulls is kind of cool. The other two are a little too toony for my feelings. But I think I'm gonna put a little bit of a wash on it. Basic background for Fortnite. I do find it funny that they give you this hilarious Fortnite gold thing there. We got ourselves a gun. These are 1/12 size. Another gun. We got the kaboom. I might put that with my. I have a Hank Hill toy. There's a wheel, and then we got 2 skulls. Looks like his face just swaps out, so that's actually okay. And this is the one that I prefer. Yar. There he be. Every year that Talk Like a Pirate guy comes and goes, and I forget about it. So very glad to have him to add to my Skullmen crew. So this one, see, this face is just way too... This one's almost like... and then this face... little too happy for my feelings. So I think I'm going to pop his head off, which is funny that that's how you do it. And then you just pop it back on here. And it's barely, that's a real weird figure. I don't know how that, oh, it fits. But there he is. He looks a little meaner now. I think I have some brown wash, and that might be what I do to get this on here, because this guy's real cool looking, but... Yo ho ho. I think this is just an accessory from the game. I don't think he necessarily has this, because I see that in other things. Let's see how does this go? Yep, no. I thought that would have gone there to hold him up, but it doesn't. So he's got a gun here. Looks like this goes on his back. That makes it even funnier. What? There. Okay, that's a little funny. And he's got this gun here. He's pistol here. And it looks like this is connected, so you can't really do too much there. It's an okay figure. Definitely didn't have a pirate yet. But there is a pirate that I was going to get in the... what other line was that? Boss Fight has some pirate guys. I just want one color for each pirate, or each figure. So, yeah, I might grab a couple of those. This is kind of weird in here. Does it fit there? Barely. I don't understand how this is supposed to fit on that. Let's see if... I don't think there's any instructions at all. So you're just kind of supposed to figure out where to put all this crap. It doesn't look like... Doesn't look like he's got anything extra here. Because I would have thought this would have clipped on somewhere. Or maybe he came with extra hands. But nope, you don't come with nothing extra. So that's a bummer. Does this go? Looks like that might hold that on there. And there's a hole here, might hold something. I think that's probably the thing I like least about this thus far, is that there's no real place to put anything. He comes with the regular Fortnite pistol and whatnot here, the guns and such. But he's a pirate, so I don't really need him to have guns. I need him to hold on to this somehow, which this, I guess it holds onto that. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. The figure itself's okay. The skeletal pirate part is perfectly fine. The accessory places seem a little off. He's also a little thick for a skeleton, his legs at least, and I'm sure that's just to give him some stuff. He does have all of the normal Marvel Legends-esque, you know, thighs, swivels, all that jazz. You cannot spin this entirely, but you can spin it a little bit, because this is one solid piece, the top and bottom of his coat, which does come off if you want it to, but I think I'll leave it on there. And he does have that, and then his seaweed, of course. This is a nice soft cape. We have pinned double elbow. Pretty sure, yeah, that kind of hinders that movement. No ability to swap out hands. This is my first larger Jazzwares figure. I did get Monks, who I think is a better figure than this. I don't hate this, don't get me wrong. What is going on here? So it's like this part's longer than that one. What is? Something's up here. Something's fishy, and it's a little annoying. Not fishy, get it? Because like you would have assumed that this would have plugged into something, possibly. Yeah. Glad I waited for this to hit $10. Thus far, I haven't had this issue with any of the Hasbro ones, but this piece being longer than this makes it so that he does not stand well. So you have to bend it, which is a little weird. And like you would have thought he would have came with something to hold him up, where this would pop out and you put a different leg there. It's a very strange figure. Very strange indeed. I'm also kind of perplexed by this. This seems obnoxiously long, so does this maybe supposed to go here so you can hold that? It does work. Doesn't really help stabilize him at all. If you have this figure and know of a better way to make him stand, please let me know. Thus far, he's got a real huge peg on the bottom, but I don't see anything else in this case that would help him stand up. 35 points of articulation. Sweet. He doesn't stand up. So, unless I'm just missing something, we're gonna give this guy a 5 out of 10. Not the greatest, not the worst. I've had worse skeleton figures, but he probably ranks towards the bottom of them. Sorry, Dan. Not a fan of the Jazzwares Skeleton Boy, unless I'm just missing something and there's something that makes him super great, because I cannot get him to even stand, and then I don't have any stands. I keep saying stands. Stands that hold this big of a. That's like a huge. I don't know what Jazzwares is doing. Their Monks is amazing. I love that figure. This is just like a hot mess of a figure, and I would have assumed that's like maybe this would have held him up or something, but it doesn't. It actually pulls him down, if anything. So it's a little perplexing as to what they were thinking here with this guy. especially giving him this giant weapon, and then he can't even stand. Like, I really like the way it looks. The only reason it's scoring as high as it is because he looks really cool. It does need a wash there to bring out some of the pirate stuff, as well as in this. It's just a little monotone for the bones, but I'll figure that out. That's nothing. But I do think there's a little bit left to desire on this figure. I'm not even going to give him that other weapon right now. We're going to see if I could just put this one in, because they do have articulated hands, which is something you don't see too often. But pointless articulation does not make good articulation. So let's take a look here, because I've run into that a lot lately, especially with these companies, the smaller companies. They're trying to make a name for themselves. I guess Jazzware isn't too small, but they're trying to break into this market, and like Jada Toys doing great, doing fabulous. But yeah, like, he still can barely hold it. You have articulated fingers here, and he can barely even hold his own weapon. It's just disappointing. And maybe it's partly because this is a Fortnite design. It really wasn't meant to be a toy, but there's things you can do. And I think a lot of the other companies that do skeletons, this is also an older one, I think, too. A lot of the other companies that do skeleton toys they're just killing it with their figures. So it's just real annoying. Like, I wanna like this, I really do, but it's kind of terrible. So let's see if this will fit in here. That works. So I think I figured out that, but he still doesn't stand very well. And it's because this seaweed is longer than the peg is there. Is he supposed to be standing on the seaweed? Like, what am I missing here, guys? Let me know in the comments below. 5 out of 10. Jazzware's Fortnite Blackheart. I have had better figures. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Please comment. Let me know if I'm missing something on this, because this is weird. Anyway, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.